Hi, folks. My name is Ben Appleby, and I'm going to be presenting this session on Microsoft 365 Admin Center and some of the cool new features that we've been adding over the past year and some stuff that we've not shown before. Aaron Wu will be also presenting in a little while to talk through how you guys can participate in the design process. So diving straight in, I'm going to start by talking about where the new Admin Center is up to, how the release is going, how many people are using it, and then we're going to spend most of the session looking at all the new capabilities inside of Admin Center. So the first thing, just to kind of ground us in why did we build a new experience? We built a new experience based on two things: how we can bring the capabilities across Microsoft 365 together and integrate them better. And the other key piece was your feedback. And the feedback that you provided on the old experience was very clear. You wanted more data integrating into the experience. You wanted better reporting capabilities. You wanted Office 365 and Microsoft 365 to be much easier to deploy. And in general, you wanted the experience to be easier and specifically more efficient. I'm going to look into specifically how we've stitched these three things together in this session. But as a reminder, this is what the new and old experience, when we talk about it in this session, this is what we mean. And on the left-hand side, you see the old experience, which is lots of text, lots of links. And on the right-hand side, you see the new, rich, data-rich experience, which is the thing that we refer to as the new Admin Center today. So in terms of how that's doing, it was released shortly after last year's Ignite. And it switched to be the default experience in spring. And as of today, 80% of the daily usage is in the new experience. And we have a very low percentage of the usage that goes back to the old within a 30-day period. It's about 5% of the traffic. And so in the coming months, we are going to be moving to opt-out. This means whenever you come in, you will default to the new experience, and you will still be able to get back to the old. But the primary location will be the new. And then just some kind of key facts about this new experience. It's significantly faster than the old. Specifically, if you turn on the new experience and leave it on, you see much faster page load times. We know that that's something that really makes a difference within the admin experience. It's a lot more successful for customers to use. And this is kind of a hallmark of usability, how easy it is to use. We find admins can complete the tasks inside of the new experience at a much higher rate than they could in the old. And I'll talk through, when I go through the demo, why we believe that is in terms of how we've added clarity, but also more efficient tasks. And then finally, admin.microsoft.com is the hub for the Microsoft 365 administration experience. So there are a number of other admin centers for specialist experiences like Security Center, Compliance Center, and so on. We've designed admin.microsoft.com as being that memorable entry point into that ecosystem. We've also integrated key assets from those specialist experiences into the hub, and we'll have a look at that during the demo as well. So you can easily deploy security, compliance, Teams capabilities from inside of admin.microsoft.com, and then we connect you into that specialist experience for the advanced policy management and analytics. So diving straight into what we've been building, it breaks down into three major sections. Something we refer to as actionable insights, which is how we've threaded reporting data not just into the reporting section of Admin Center, but into the whole experience so that you can make decisions in context, how we've improved the efficiency of the experience, And then finally, how you reduce your risk as an IT admin team and protect yourself better from some of the threats that are out there. So starting with insights, our goal with putting the insights into the experience is to provide you as the admin better data to make decisions and to surface it in the right place, as opposed to us providing intelligence that's going to auto-magically do things for you. You're getting the data and the inline actions, so insights plus actions, in order for you to make the decision on what happens within your organization. And we have a concept called recommendations, which is where we have stronger signals. We know a piece of best practice from a configuration standpoint, and there may be a trigger inside of your tenant. And again, we'll look at that in the demo. But I'm going to start by showing you the dashboard experience. And this is something that first launched with the new experience last year, but we've continued to rev it since then. So I'd encourage you to go look at the add card library, which is in the top right. There is significantly more cards in there than when we originally launched. And as you'll see, as you scroll down through the dashboard, many of these cards now pull through those insights from the service so that you can keep a 360 view of what's going on inside of Microsoft 365. And then additionally, there's this the first place where we started surfacing this notion of recommendations. And in this particular example, the service has detected that you have sensitive information inside of your tenant that is EU-specific data. So we can see that there are some EU debit cards inside of the tenant. This is a tenant that is located within the European Union. And so we're triggering a recommendation of what you can do to better protect that data. So you can view the recommendation and take a quick action to auto-classify any data that matches this sensitive information type. And the key thing here is this is a super low friction thing for you to do as an administrator. You have all the details and information in front of you to click go, and in this example, we'll do that. You can narrow down the task to a specific set of sites, or if you choose, on the far right-hand side, there is a customized link, and this will take you into Compliance Center. So if you don't want to take the one-click action to protect this data, you can go to the specialist experience inside of compliance, and you can author your own policies for ultimate customization. In this particular case, I'm just going to click Create Label. And this goes and provisions the GDPR labels within the tenant and starts that auto-classification process. The other thing that it does is it auto-grows your dashboard. You as the admin taking this action, you now get a card pre-pinned, auto-pinned for you at the bottom. And this enables you to keep eyes on what this new policy is doing within your tenant. And as you watch it, you can see that this auto-classifies in the background, and now you can see all that content is now classified as GDPR. The next experience that I'm going to walk us through in terms of how we're pulling signals together in the service to provide you insights and actions on what to take is the new setup experience. And although it's got the word setup in there, you shouldn't just think of it as being something that you do when you first set up Office 365 or Microsoft 365. This is the place that you can go to discover tasks ongoing throughout the life cycle of the tenant. And it brings together onboarding tasks from across the suite. And you see these collections of tasks inside of the setup page. At the top here, you see sign-in security. And as you scroll down, we have other sections like privacy and compliance, data migration, apps and updates. And you can already see on this page, we're starting to bring some signals together. So the little green mark that you see there, when you hover over it, shows you whether the task is completed or not. So we've already deployed GDPR. That was something that we just did. And so that shows us completed here. And so now I'm going to move on to protecting sensitive information. And so if I click into this, you see something that we refer to as the feature page. Inside of here, it's got all the information that you need to see at a glance for this capability. And alongside the information about the feature, we're bringing data in context to help you piece those two pieces together. So starting at the bottom, you have this at-a-glance information, which is kind of the high-level key things that you need to know about it. It pulls from APIs things like the secure score impact that this feature would have. So if I was to go and enable this task, it's going to turn on data loss prevention, and it will increase my secure score by 20 points. So that sounds great. What's the impact on my end users? Well, you get that in the middle column there. It explains specifically what the quick action in this feature page will go and do. So you can see here that once this is turned on, your end users are going to start seeing a warning when they have sensitive information inside of their content. That's good to know. That's something you probably want to tell your end users before you go and turn this on. And then finally, in the top right-hand corner, it helps you understand, why should I go do this now? Well, here you can see that there's a whole ton of files unprotected, and you can hover over this, and you can see what type of sensitive information is inside of them. So I can see here that the stuff in pink here is 45 documents with US social security numbers inside of them. So this sounds like something I should go do. And if I click Get Started, again, it's loading that one-click quick activation experience. This will go and enable a DLP policy, and it tells you what it'll protect and what it will go do. And again, if this is too simplistic for your organization, then bottom right, you have the customized link, and you can go into advanced policy authoring. So it's giving you the choices as the admin. We've provided you the data about how this is running in your service today, provided all the information about the feature, a quick deploy button, and then an advanced connection into the specialist experiences. So you can make the choice of what you're going to go and do. Now I'm going to go with the quick button. And so that'll go and deploy a DLP policy inside of my tenant. And then when I come back to the feature page, I'll see over time that unprotected files, as the policy activates, will move into the protected column. And when I come back to the main setup page and scroll down, I'll be able to see that that task is now marked as completed. And so there's a really kind of key thing for all of you here is to go look at how the setup page shows in your tenant. This is a capability that's rolling out today. It's been in the service for a number of weeks. And when you see this light up within your tenant, have a look at this. See how many of these things you have activated already. Have a look at the ones that you don't have activated, and evaluate for your organization whether it's something that you want to go turn on. So moving on, in terms of how we think about insights in the service, the previous two examples were about the service giving you data and enabling you to make decisions. The next area that I wanted to highlight is actually how you can provide signals back into the service to make it better for your organization. And so this is the new service health experience. There is a dedicated session on this later in the week that I'd encourage you to go to. But there's a new capability that's been added, which is report an issue. And this is similar to some of the crowdsourcing capabilities that other providers have. But the key difference here is that if you come into Service Health and report an issue, you're providing the context of which tenant, which location, and other metadata that that issue may have occurred in. That enables Microsoft engineers, as they look for the crossover of these signals in the service, it helps them track down a service issue far more rapidly. So if I take a look at this example, I may be having an issue with my users are reporting an issue with, say, Teams, and for me, it's causing pretty critical business impact. So I select teams, and I define where I'm having the issue. Well, they're saying the calls are not going through, so I can write that in there, provide that feedback in the description box, and hit go. Now, in this particular example, I'm not going to actually go do it, because I don't actually have a service issue right now, but it gives you a sense of how you can provide signals into the service to enable it to run. And then finally, to finish out the insight section, there's another new capability being added to Admin Center. This is coming soon, and it's the ability for you to understand the effect of network performance on Office 365 and to manage the health of your network. And so this new capability will enable you to look at the various different locations that you run your service from and understand the performance of that network. And again, it threads in this concept of recommendations. It provides you tailored recommendations on how you can improve network performance. And so you see these down here under the recommended actions list that you can scroll through and make decisions on how to improve network performance for your organization. And again, this is another area where there is a deep dive into this new capability later in the week. There's a list of other sessions at the end of this PowerPoint. If you go download it, you'll see that there. And so moving on from insights, the second major area of improvements in Admin Center is something we refer to as efficiency. And it's an area that we first started investing in last year. And initially when we talked to customers and we were thinking about how do we improve their efficiency, we focused on one very specific aspect of efficiency. And what we've learned over the past year from you and from the capabilities that we've developed is that efficiency is quite a complex subject. Within Admin Center, we have a very diverse set of users. We have people that come in once or twice a year from very small businesses, super infrequent. We have many, many customers that come in numerous times a day, so very high intensity admins inside of Admin Center. And then the other vector that we have here is in terms of the tasks themselves. Some tasks you do very, very frequently, right? Like resetting a user's password. And there are other tasks that you do very infrequently, but they're super important, such as privacy settings. You may change those once within your organization for the entire lifetime of the tenant. And so the key thing that we've identified is that there are tasks and types of users where speed is the thing. And then there are tasks and other users where it's actually the thing that makes them more efficient is clarity, knowing how to perform the task. And so I'm going to break down in the demo how we've implemented both clarity and speed in the new design. The other thing that we've brought in is, and this is an aspect of efficiency, is integrating the shell into the experience. So Cloud Shell will be coming soon to Admin Center. I will show you how that works in a moment. The key thing to note about the design principle for bringing Cloud Shell in is the goal is efficiency. It's to enable that shell to be right there with you inside of the UI. It is not designed to be a replacement for stuff that needs to be in the UI. So you should not expect things to only be Cloud Shell enabled as opposed to being available in the UI. And then finally, we've done a lot of work around improving search in the experience. And there's a number of examples that I'll walk you through. But search is such a critical task, particularly when you have larger organizations with lots of users. We have lots of settings in the service. How do you know what you need to go change and over who? And then finally, notifications. For those of you that use the mobile app, we've improved the reliability of the push notifications into the app significantly over the past few months so that you get those service health notifications being pushed right to where you are. So I'm going to dive into user management and walk through some of the key capabilities here. And I'm going to walk through two cases. They're both about adding users. The first case is about clarity, and the second case is how do you do it with speed. But before I do that, there's another insight that's popping at the top of the user management experience. And this is something else that you will see more of from us. These are suggested actions which are surfaced in context of the experience that you're in. And so I'm a global admin in this example, so I have access to the password policy. And what this suggested action is surfacing to me is that the password policy I have is no longer best practice. The best practice is actually to set strong passwords and set passwords never to expire. And so if I click through this, it surfaces a quick action that I can go and deploy. So moving on to the next case of how do we improve clarity and then speed for such a basic transaction of add user, I'm going to start by showing you the new add user wizard. So this new wizard uses the common design pattern that we've established across the admin centers with this thing on the left-hand side that we refer to as the subway map. This helps you know where you are within the task that you're performing. And there's very clear language of what it is that you're doing. This is designed for occasional admins. And there's more steps to this add user flow. But believe it or not, we actually see a significantly higher success rate for this experience versus the previous experience that was a two-page wizard. And so this is what we mean by clarity. This slightly longer experience, but cleaner and clearer where you are, is more successful for occasional admins. The challenge with this is for most of you in this room, you're going to be very frequent admins. So how does this affect you? Does this make it more difficult for you to go and add a user? Well, there's a new capability that we're rolling out called templates that will enable you to speed up this process by expressing what your preferences are. So as you complete this add user process and you get to the end and you click go to create your first user, we'll present you with a templates page on the summary. So at the bottom, in the middle of this page, you can go and create a template based on the user that you just created. So in this example, I was creating a new HR employee, and I had all the right settings for them. If I click Save on that template, when I come back in, if I need to add somebody else from the HR department, I can just go pick that template from under User Templates, and I get a quick action that is even quicker than the old add user. So I just fill in the essential details, and away I go, and now I have speed back. So you have both clarity and speed within this experience. Templates is something that we're super keen to hear your feedback on. You'll see it coming into the experience over the next weeks and months. And I think that the key thing that we'd love to hear from all of you is where would templates apply to your organization? And so moving on, I want to walk you through Cloud Shell and how that's integrated into the experience. And if you'd noticed before, in the top right-hand corner, there is the new Cloud Shell logo. And if you click on that, it loads the inline Cloud Shell experience, and it boots up that Azure shell. The other thing that has been integrated between the Exchange team and the Cloud Shell team is they now have the Exchange commandlets integrated into this experience. And so if you type connect EXO PS session, hit go, it will load your familiar Exchange commandlets in here. So once that's completed, I now have integrated the Azure AD commandlets and the Exchange commandlets inline in the web experience. And so I can hit get mailbox, and it will return rapidly all the mailboxes within the tenant. Pretty awesome new capability. And then the next key area that we dive into for efficiency is search. We've heard very loud and clear from you that search is super important. And I'm going to show you a very early example of how we're improving search. But for it to make most sense, I need to show you how it works today. So this is the groups experience today in production. And if you can see this list of groups here. This is for a legal firm. So they've got all sorts of different law departments. The word law appears at the end of every group name here. And if I put it into the search and hit go, you'd expect them to all be returned, right? Sadly, no. But that is changing. We have integrated with Microsoft Graph, and this is the first capability that we're adding, which is pretty simple. We're going to start leveraging a fancy thing like contains in our search queries. We're going to stop using our own internal private APIs. We're switching to the new Microsoft Graph API that is available to all of you as well in preview. And we're going to start leveraging that for much better search capabilities. And this is kind of the first proof point of it, that if I go to a tenant with that enabled, I type in law, I now get a reduced set with anything with the word law inside of it. Now, it may seem like a really basic capability. The reason why I'm showing it you today is if you go look at those new Microsoft Graph search capabilities, there is a lot more that you can do with it. And that's something that you will see from us over the next year, is us improving search capabilities and adding new advanced filtering to support user management and group management within your tenants. And then staying with the search theme, let's take a look at the new settings experience, which we'll be rolling out soon. We've brought a number of the settings pages together to make it easier to navigate. One of the key things that we saw in customer feedback is that you can't find the things that you're looking for. And so we've brought them together. You see that with the 3 pivots across the top. But the other key aspect to it is enabling search that works across all of them. So when you hit the search control, this enables you to search across all of the settings. And so if I type in the word office, there are a number of settings that include that. There's one in particular that I'm going to look at today, which is also a new capability that we'll be rolling out soon. The Office What's New management capability enables you to control that What's New experience inside of the Office client. So when you boot up Office, it provides help information of the new capabilities in the latest build that you have. This allows you as an IT administrator to control which features are shown through in What's New. This means you can manage the rolling out of training and any auxiliary services that you want to go alongside with the latest Office builds for your organization. And so in this setting, you can see the different Office builds, and you can see the new features. And in this example, I'm going to take the latest build, 1910, and I'm just going to hide them, because we're not ready to roll them out to our users. They'll be in the Office client. We're not going to highlight them to our users in What's New. So I'm going to just quickly hide them. But the second thing that I'm going to do is we are ready to roll out the new linked tables feature. And so our training content has been updated. I'm ready to advertise this to my end users. So I'm going to open it up and click Show. When I click Show, this means that my end users, when they launch Office, will then start seeing this new feature inside of it. And this is an example. This is a different feature, but it gives you an idea of what gets rolled out to your end users once you click Show to my users. The next time they load the relevant Office app, they will see the What's New pane showing them how to use the feature that you just enabled. And so finally, the other major area of changes in Admin Center gravitates around admin roles. And this is one of the areas where, again, I keep mentioning how your feedback drives the administration experience, the way we design the administration experience. This is no truer than in admin roles. Last year at Ignite, we heard very clear feedback from you about the need for a read-only global admin. And I'm pleased to say this has been through various stages of preview and is now GAing as of this week, is the global reader role. And so when you go into Admin Center, you can now, instead of choosing a global admin role, so I'm assigning global administrator here, we're now going to be warning you when you go over 5 global admins within your tenant that that's a high-risk thing to be doing. The reason for that is there's a ton of data that shows that global administrators are twice as likely to be targeted for hacks. And it's a pretty straightforward reason why. They are the user accounts within the tenant that have the keys to the kingdom. You can reduce that risk by using limited admin roles. And so now we also have the global reader role that provides you global read-only access to the tenant. And so this is an example of the global reader experience. And there's kind of one final feature that I wanted to call out. We didn't just provide read-only access to the tenant. We also provided the ability for you to have better information as a read-only admin. So we don't just hide things. You can see how you can act on the data. So logging in as a global reader, I still get to see the recommendations. I can't execute them because I don't have read-write permission. And when I go to the setup experience, I still see all the items within the collections. But if, for example, I dive into advanced threats and I see the ATP setup information, there's an extra bit of information that's shown there. I don't have permission to go do this. So if I click Get Started, I can see the task, but I'm warned at the top of the page that I don't have permission. But back on the setup page, if you see under At a Glance, I can find who has. So here, the recommended role for performing this task is a security admin. So we tell you what the limited role is that you can use, so you don't have to use global admin to go deploy this. And we're also telling you who in your organization already has this role. So for those of you that are global admins and you're constantly being bugged by the rest of your IT team to go and do whatever the new deployment task is, this is the easy way for everybody to go work out who in the IT team has the right set of credentials to go do this. So in this example, I can see that Cameron is the security admin, and I can go contact him. And in the future, we'll be integrating things like Teams so that you could contact them inline from inside of Admin Center. So with that, I'm going to hand over to Aaron, who's going to talk to us a little bit about how you can participate further in this design process.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks.
So with all the great new features Ben talked about today, none of them were designed in a vacuum. We're actually really heavily influenced by your feedback that you give us through the site, when we talk to you at events like this, and even when you come through our usability labs to try out our new designs or try out our prototypes. So I really quickly just wanted to walk through a great example of how your feedback helped make the Admin Center a lot better. So this is a screenshot of the Admin Center preview when we first rolled it out. Some of you might know it. One of the things we heard loud and clear from you was there's not enough contrast. It's too white. I can't see where one thing ends and one thing starts. So we really took that to heart. Excuse me. In our space, we got a whole bunch of monitors. We got big ones, we got small ones, different resolutions. We hooked them up with different inputs, DisplayPort, HDMI, VGA, DVI. And we really looked at our designs and looked at the site to make sure that it looked good on all these different configurations. And based on your feedback, we really tweaked and changed it to make sure that you could see that contrast. Additionally, when we rolled it out, We really monitored the feedback to make sure that we were hitting the mark. We didn't want to just trust our monitors, trust our setup. We really wanted to make sure that we had addressed your needs. Additionally, when we started looking and designing dark mode, we used that same matrix. We didn't just invert the colors from light to dark. We actually handpicked all of them to make sure they met those same needs. We looked at it on all those monitors, and when we rolled it out, we didn't blast the whole site with a dark theme. We started with the dashboard, looked at your feedback, wanted to really make sure that this dark mode lived up to your expectations. And thankfully, a lot of the feedback was really good. Love the dark mode. When am I going to get on the rest of the site? More dark mode. So I'm really happy to announce that over the next few releases, you're going to see dark mode showing up in more and more pages until it's eventually in the majority of the site. And so on the top, the light theme, that was changed based on your feedback. And if you have any thoughts on the dark mode when you get it, send it our way. We want to know what you think, how you feel about it. If there's anything we can do to make it better, let us know. One of the best ways to do that is hit that, what do the kids say? Smash the get feedback button, bottom right corner of the site. We do read the feedback. Another way is go to this URL, scan the QR code, put in your email address. We love hearing from you. It's a great way to stay in touch throughout the year. We want to hear your challenges, things you like, don't like, things you want to see more of. We really do want to stay in touch with you and not just see you once a year or go through email feedback. So thanks for coming. One other thing, there's a couple other takeaway slides in here. So when the deck is posted online, make sure to download it, check it out. Just some additional details. There's a lot of other really great sessions on the Admin Center throughout the week. Make sure you check those out. We'll be at the booth. We love talking to you. We want to meet you. This afternoon, 5:45, I think, we have an Ask AMA session. The rest of the team will be there. Bring your questions. We want to talk to you. We want to hear it. We love your feedback. Thanks.